right, guys, we're going to be looking at Chapter 1, Lesson 3 homework, finding the area of rectangles. Find the area of the rectangles below. Write a number sentence for each problem and explain how you found the area. So it's two parts, a number sentence and you need to explain. So we're going, every little spot equals 1 centimeter. So we have 1.5 centimeters by 2 centimeters. So how would I find this? Well, I need to think about this as 2 times 1.5 centimeters. However, we don't know how to multiply fractions just yet. So we've been using some multiplication with repeated addition. So I'm going to think about 2 times 1 plus half. And here I'm going to have not just 1/2, but I'm going to have 2 halves because this number here, 2, tells me how many times I need to repeat the half. So plus half plus half. So how do I solve that? I would do 1 times 2, which is 2, plus half, which is 2 1/2, plus another half, which is 2 2/2. And some of us know that if I have a half and another half together, that equals 1. So this would be 3, or I could say 2 2/2. So I'm going to say 3 or 2 2/2 centimeters squared. Now, how could I explain this? You're going to have to explain in your own writing. First, what did you do first? Then what did you do second? Finally, what did you do last? Oops, I put the commas in the wrong spot and my eraser is gone. But first comma, then comma, finally comma. You need to make sure you write something. First, maybe you multiplied 2 times 1. Then you added a half. Then you did something different. I don't know because you might have done something different than I did. Now we're going to continue on to number 2. I have 3 by 2.5 centimeters. Some of you may count this and that's perfectly fine, but I'm going to use my area formula. Length 3 times width 2.5 centimeters. My number sentence, I can break this down, and I don't know how to multiply fractions, but I know how to do 3 times 2. Right, I can do that. But then I have this half left. And how many halves do I need? Well, this 3 tells me that I need 3 halves. So it would be 3 times 2 plus half plus half plus half. Now we're going to solve that. Well, what is 3 times 2? Well, that is 6. Plus half would be 6.5, plus another half would be 6 2/2, or 7, plus another half would be 7.5, or 6 3/2. Both of those are correct answers. How you get to them is up to you. Or you could have added 1 2 3 4 5 6 plus 6.5, and plus another half would be 7, or 6 2/2 plus another half would be 6 3/2, or 7.5. Completely up to you. I'm going to put 7.5 centimeters squared. Now for the explanation, you're going to do the exact same thing you did up here. First, you did what? Then what did you do? Then what was the last thing you did? Or you might even want to add in the word next. It is up to you, but you need to write out, what did you do? You could always say you counted the squares if that's what you did. Now let's move into the practice. Now, last week we worked on finding feet and inches and converting between the two. I have 36 inches. How many feet is that? Well, I know 1 foot is 12 inches. 2 feet would be 2 times 12 is 24 inches. And then if I had 3 feet, I would just take 3 and multiply it by 12 to give me 36 inches. It's still the same length, it's just different numbers. Feet are bigger than inches, but 1 foot is the same as 12 inches. So I would write 3 feet here. Now I have blank inches. How many feet is that? That is 5 feet. Well, I would take 5 and multiply it by 12 because 1 foot is 12 inches and 5 times 12 is 60. Now we went ahead today in class, we filled in a half a foot equals 6 inches, that's half. Now we're gonna get a little bit tricky because I have 18 inches and I wanna know how many feet that is. Well, 1 foot is 12 inches, 2 feet is 24 inches, so it's actually in between. So I have 1 foot is 12 inches, and if I were to add in this 6 inches, that would give me 1.5 feet, or 18 inches. So 18 inches is the same as 1.5 feet. Please make sure you do the back. It is just fact practice, so there is no video for that.